I got no video for y'all. This Love After Lockup, Season 2, Episode 41. Let's get into it. So, that nigga Tennyson talking that talk, y'all. Andrea asked him, can Lamar sleep in your room? That nigga was like, why? Y'all are still married. She was like, we're partially married. That nigga was like, what does that even mean? Thank you. Like, then not only that, but if you're going to bring the nigga back, bring the nigga back. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring him back in. Don't do this little fake timeout, push him in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Pushing him on us, acting like, he's here because of us and y'all on bad terms. We not hearing that shit. You feel me? Tennyson was in his confessional like, my mom's in her teenager stage of not wanting to be with him, but wanting to be with him. I'm like, damn, this is crazy when your kids are like, when your kids are more adults than you are. But y'all, we left for like 20 episodes and that nigga Tennyson grew a pair. I'm telling you. When Lamar was in the car, Lamar was like, oh, LA ain't bad. It ain't dangerous. I ain't never been shot. Tennyson was like, have you ever been shot at? That nigga Lamar was like, tell me something that Utah has that LA doesn't. Tennyson talk about some guaranteed safety. That nigga was in there baking Lamar ass. So this goes back to what I was saying. Like, if you're going to cheat, know how to do it. Lacey got her phone unlocked on the kitchen counter with the messages of her friend talking about John. Like, why is your phone unattended to? And not only why is your phone unattended to, why is your phone unlocked while being unattended to? I don't understand. Like, you're so bad at this. It comes to a point where it's like, I think that she's doing this for the plot, and I think that she's doing this, and she know that, or she doing this shit to kind of let, Shane know without letting him know. You get what I'm saying? Like, she don't want to tell him that she's still talking about and thinking about John, so she'd rather leave the messages unlocked so Shane can figure out, be like, oh, I found this out about you. And the whole time the bitch knew, her phone was unlocked and those specific messages were open. But maybe I'm just thinking too much, overthinking. Sarah ends up getting Mike's bank statements to see, like, he talks to a bunch of women and they've been funding his lifestyle, and her friend gonna gasp in amazement while I look at them crazy and say, this nigga never had a job. You know what I'm saying? Where did y'all think this money was coming from if Sarah never lined his pockets and his mom and Day never lined his pockets? It was either Megan or other bitches or both. Like, why are you guys looking in amazement? Why are we surprised by this? Let's just put two and two together. Where is he getting this fucking money from? And he ain't in the streets no more. I really don't think his ass was in the streets in the first place. Sarah was like, I stand up for you when your daughter's asked because you have potential. And her friend was like, does he? Like, thank you. Like, what? Does he have potential, Sarah? She told me, oh, I fell in love with something. Girl, you fell in love with that dick. Fuck you mean? This nigga never showed no type potential whatsoever. No type potential of being a good father, good husband, none of that. You fell in love with the package. You fell in love with the box cutter. And that's all it was. It wasn't nothing crazy, major, serious, life-changing, none of that. Like, that's what you fell in love with. That man was never a decent boyfriend, let alone father and husband, potential husband. Let's be so real with ourselves. But anyway, the video, like, subscribe, share, catch your friends.